Hey, and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing some deep decluttering. This video was taken around that time that kids went back to school, so sometime in September, and right now it's November? So as you can see, it takes me quite a while to get to these. Ideally, I would love to be doing one a week. That would be great. Doesn't happen yet. I think when I started out, I was doing more of these. Something I started doing recently was helping a woman in my neighborhood to declutter her home, and she has like a lot of storage areas because she does own the house, so there's like a basement, attic, and her family is extensive, and so there's stuff that ended up there from other relatives. So that's actually been really fun to do this cleaning, decluttering in a more professional setting. And like you saw in one of my other videos, I was doing some work for my friend at her house. And as much as I would absolutely love to record at other people's houses, I feel like it would probably have to be for free, or like I can see with the client I'm working with now, I can see the discomfort of having somebody in their space, looking through all their stuff, like family memorabilia, and um, even like long forgotten items that should have like long been discarded. And I can tell that a lot of people are not going to be comfortable with having a camera in there. So I guess it would have that this is why so many cleaners that have their channels do this for free, is that's a huge incentive for the person living in the home to allow someone in to get like a lot of work done for free that they wouldn't be able to afford otherwise. And if I'm charging, I feel like they would not be okay with it. And I feel that way so much that I'm not even comfortable bringing it up. And I think, um, I'm trying to think. I think because I sort of know this person and they're like part of the like neighborhood, and then if I advertise myself as a cleaner, or if I advertise my channel on social media that's specifically local, then it would be difficult to keep these people anonymous because uh it's it would be hard to like see to keep for it would be hard for other people not to know who they were, I guess. So I'm starting to think about like how I can expand cleanings on this channel to not just my house, even though there's always a ton of stuff that needs to happen at my house. Just thinking about um getting more footage that's not just this, and because I really enjoyed the more hardcore like decluttering with like a lot of trash and a lot of like really old items that are actually pretty cool. I would love to have more of that, so I'm trying to think of ways to incorporate that into the channel. Whether it is maybe doing like one free cleaning a month or something like that, when people would invite me into the home and allow me to film. I think that would bring some variety to this channel. Well, I was thinking a lot about what I personally like to watch when it comes to cleaning videos, and there are several criterias that I enjoy more than other videos. One is when the person's talking the whole time, and I don't even care what they're talking about. Like Mac from Midwest Magic Cleaning, like he'll spend some time talking about the cleaning and some time kind of explaining the maybe some psychological reasons why certain things happen in people's homes. and he explains a lot about autism and ADHD. And or he'll just have like brief conversation about what's happening in his life. So it like it doesn't matter to me, like even if the person is just strictly saying like I am wiping the sink, like now I am sorting little tiny Shopkins or something like that, toys, it doesn't matter, like the conversation is what is engaging. So a lot of the times I'll be doing my own cleaning while watching. So it's just the kind of background babble that I find really satisfying. I definitely don't like music. I'm not sure why. It's just, I just immediately lose interest if I hear, especially um, that like generic YouTube music. And not that, like, I definitely still watch videos with of cleaners who do that. That's fine. Like, I'm just saying for myself when thinking about the channel, what I wanted to do was, yeah, definitely talking and having stuff sped up really fast, because this is all at 6 times speed, which is probably what I gravitate towards. Like if I watch a cleaning channel and somebody's just like doing it in real time, it I probably lose interest more quickly. So I'm just been trying to think about the future of this channel and what can be improved. As for this cleaning, this is like when things kind of get out of hand during the summer, when I maybe don't have the attention span, the bandwidth to do a deep clean. And something that ends up happening, you'll see it here, is when we go out, we'll bring a bag with like toys and snacks and drinks and maybe like a change of clothes. And then I come back and like dump the bag somewhere on the floor. And so I compiled for myself this like huge bag of bags where I just went around and collected all of the bags like that, where there could be like some outdoor toys in there or some snacks or water bottles. By the way, water bottles are like the bane of my existence. And it's the component. It's like the fact that there's like a lid, the top that goes in there, or the straw, and like the little silicone gaskets that need to be like taken out and cleaned properly once in a while. I've put off doing water bottles. Like sometimes there'll just be a huge backup of water bottles around my sink just because I hate doing them so much. I hate putting them on the drying rack. I don't like running them through the dishwasher because I don't think the dishwasher gets all the way like up in there. And then a lot of times I'll find like soap residue, or the little silicone doohickeys get lost, or they don't come out clean, they still feel greasy. So I always do those by hand, and then I put them on like a little grass drying rack, if you know what I'm talking about. It's like for bottles and stuff. And then I have a hard time putting them away because it's all these little doodads. So what I try to do is just get very, very simple bottles that are like just the cap and a bottle, but then like those still have a silicone gasket. And if you lose that, that's it. Like the bottle's gonna leak forever. I've even tried to order like a replacement assorted gasket thing, and it's just, I wish there was a better way. I know, first world problems here. Oh, over here I'm getting the sticker off because sometimes a piece of clothing will go through with a sticker on it. I think we went to like a children's museum and we got like little sticker badges to say that we paid or whatever. And then I ran it through like inside out, didn't see the sticker, and now it's just like a caked on mess that I'm pretty sure like 3 months later that sticker residue is still there. So check your stuff when you're doing laundry for stickers. Check your pockets, because also recently I had an entire IKEA bag worth of whites, like light colored laundry, that got bright red, like lipstick red something. I don't know if it was the crayon. I don't know if it was like actual lipstick. I don't know if it was in the dryer from someone else because it's a public dryer. So I was dreading doing it because this happens once in a while. Last time it was like something green. It was all over a whole load of clothing. So I left it thinking like I'll get to this. And the way I get those off is I get boiling hot water, Fells Naphtha soap, and then scrub the crap out of it with the, like, pour boiling water, use a toothbrush, use a Fells Naphtha, scrub, 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 boiling water, scrub, 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 boiling water. And that will usually do it to the point where I can like see the grease comes out, the pigment comes out. Um, but it's so time consuming because I might get like 20 little spots of red on a shirt, and doing the scrub, 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 rinse with boiling water to every single one of those spots is just time consuming, frustrating, boring, annoying. So that's why I was putting it off. But finally I got to those, and that has nothing to do with this laundry. This laundry was totally fine. But it can create, like, these things you dread doing can create like a backup in your house, like the water bottles, the stained stuff that you know you have to treat each item specially, because like I look at the stain and sometimes it needs OxiClean, sometimes it needs Fells Naphtha, sometimes it needs bleach, sometimes it's like blood, so it's like cold water only. By the way, there was like a period of time last year where my son was getting such heavy nosebleeds that I had piles and piles of bloody stuff, and the and I was like putting it off, like I was like I'm talking about, because it takes a lot of scrubbing, and the uncertainty, like, will I get this out or not, keeps me from doing it. But when I finally sat down to do it, like way later, maybe like weeks later, I use Fells Naphtha and cold water, because if you use hot water, blood will just stick in more. It will like denature the proteins maybe, so they'll be a lot more difficult, if not impossible, to get out from warm water. So like even if you didn't notice something had blood on it and you put it like through the wash and through the dryer, it's going to be nearly impossible to get that out. But anyways, Fells Naphtha and cold water got out very, very large and very old blood stains. If anybody is curious about that. Oh, look, one little piece is left. Am I going to get it? Oh, good, I got it. Okay, so in this part, this is what we refer to as the unified zone. And this is like an office. We do a lot of like, since we come from artsy background, we do a lot of projects, and I suppose that maybe we don't do a lot of projects, but we have stuff to do the projects. My husband is interested in fashion and fashion design, and he has taken classes and he has made many, many garments, which he doesn't really get a chance to do right now because his job is in a different field. And I know he wants to do more creative projects, but with our lifestyle, his job, the kids, it's not a super possible, and I think that's like a pretty big area of frustration for him, especially when this area gets kind of like out of control, um, and he might want to like sit down and do something, but he doesn't because then it would take like forever to clean this up. So this is like where the kids come to like cut up some paper, do some drawings. There's like, I think that thing I just had, the red thing, is like a spirograph. There's just a bunch of random junk. And my husband has a 3D printer. He has a vinyl cutter. We have an Epson EcoTank printer and sewing machine, a serger machine, electronic stuff for making other stuff. Like he has created a laser cutter for to cut out patterns on fabric, which is like a huge frame with a laser that will run, like a program laser that will run on um, the track, and it would cut out the design the pattern for a piece of clothing that he designed. So he's like really ingenuitive, um, whatever. Like he really likes to create things like that involve like code and like physical like building of this frame. And there's really not, since we don't have like a studio, there's really no place to do these. Like one of the places he worked, he would run this laser he created. He wanted to put it like under our bed. We have this IKEA bed that will open. The top will open for like extra storage. So he wanted to run the laser in there, and I was like, I don't want like things to catch on fire. It also smells like burning because it's literally a laser like burning through a piece of fabric. So I was like, no, absolutely not. So now that thing is in storage. And I don't know if he would have done that or not. Like, this was just something he was talking about. He has also designed these brackets for holding up curtains and other brackets that are like made out of acrylic and brass, and he is selling them on Etsy. And all of this, like hundreds and hundreds of pounds of brass and acrylic, got delivered to our house. And we lived with it. Like, I found places to put it, but then I one day just got a storage unit and moved. Like, it was hundreds and hundreds of pounds. Like, each box could be as much as like 50 pounds. And I flagged down, like, there was some guy outside who saw me moving this stuff, and he's like, hey, do you need help? And like, he helped me. That was awesome. But then on my way to at the storage, I did it myself. They have a dolly, but just moving these boxes was a lot of work. And he has not been able to, and I'm not saying this like in a critical way or anything, but he's not been able to sell that many of these. Like maybe a couple will sell each year. And it's like a lot of stuff to keep. So at least I'm glad that it's out of the house. But as you can see, there's a lot of like project things. My husband has also in the past purchased me all of these knitting machines that I was like, look, if you set it up and like I can use it and it's not going to mess up and I know how to do it, maybe I'll do something, but I'm not going to like go through like try to find a manual from like the 90s. Like one of them came with a VHS tape on how to use it. And I just like by looking at this machine, I'm like, this isn't just like a plug and play like thing that you could just figure out. Like I would need a solid weekend of like sitting there and like looking at manuals and tutorials, and then like do I even want to weave to knit anything automatically? Like I've never knitted. I do have a background in textile design, so it's not like he just got me this because, like, I have no interest. Like, I definitely have an interest, it's just like another burden. So after like a year, I ended up just selling all of them because neither of us did anything with them. There's a period where he got me a another Epson Echo Tank, but filled it with sublimation ink so I could do um, so that I could do like fabric prints and also like textile design makes sense like with my background. But I am in this phase of life where unfortunately I don't even have the desire. Like for example, I have the desire to make these videos, but I have very little desire to figure out something technical and to actually have ideas for like making designs again, making patterns, printing them out, maybe making like bags or clothing or I just don't it doesn't matter to me anymore. And as sad as that sounds, like maybe at some point I'll go back to being more creative. Like you saw some of my like I think in the very first video at the end I have like some images that I created of like subway riders. And once in a while I will do an art project. That's usually involves like drawing or painting, but I cannot at this moment find the interest to figure out something complicated and to have the ideas to implement. And then the reason why I kind of stopped making art altogether was that there was no outlet and nobody really wanted to like buy stuff or see it, and I didn't feel like a sense of community around the art that I was making, at least if people were like seeing it and commenting. So I think this YouTube outlet is gonna be it for the time being, and I hope you enjoy this video. Thanks.